Imagine the deep, unsettling chill of realizing that the person who shares your bed and the sister you grew up with are both weaving a web of lies behind your back. This is the story of a 20-year-old woman who found herself trapped in a nightmare of gaslighting and family betrayal. It began with the "Hey girly" text, a digital red flag from her boyfriend's ex-girlfriend, revealing that R was not the misunderstood soul he claimed to be, but a calculated serial cheater. He had spent years manipulating women, and he was currently using the OP's age as a weapon, convincing her that her valid suspicions were merely signs of youthful paranoia and immaturity. When a man in his late 20s dates someone barely out of their teens, he often isn't looking for a partner. He's looking for someone who hasn't yet learned how to spot a predator. The betrayal reached a sickening crescendo when her older sister, Jay, moved back home. Jay was the quintessential golden child, a woman who had spent 25 years being coddled by her mother and taught that her desires were paramount. After a single afternoon of R helping Jay move her furniture, the atmosphere shifted. R began making disparaging comments about the OP's maturity while praising Jay's sophistication. Soon the secret phone calls began, whispered conversations at 4 a.m. while the OP slept in the next room. The most gut-wrenching detail? The girl's own mother was the one who facilitated this connection, secretly handing R's phone number to Jay under the guise of making sure he was good enough for her daughter. In reality, the mother was once again enabling the favorite child to take whatever toy she wanted, even if that toy was her sister's heart. The truth finally broke through the darkness thanks to the only family member with a conscience, her brother. He revealed that R and Jay had been going on secret friend dates to bars for weeks, specifically instructing him to keep the secret from the OP. When confronted, the duo's reaction was a masterclass in narcissistic defense. They lied until the evidence was undeniable, and then they attempted to minimize the damage by claiming it was just an emotional fantasy that they never intended to act on. But emotional cheating is often more damaging than a physical fling. It is the intentional redirection of intimacy, a process of replacement, where the current partner is treated as a placeholder while the cheaters indulge in the shared delusion of a future together. They sat in bars and discussed what their lives would look like if the OP wasn't in the picture, all while she was at home trusting them. The manipulation didn't stop at the betrayal. Even after being caught, R had the audacity to ask the OP to move in with him, a desperate attempt to track her and gain more control before she could finalize her exit. He wanted to tie her down legally and financially while he continued his pursuit of her sister. Meanwhile, the mother continued to gaslight her own daughter, insisting that she should be more understanding of Jay because Jay is going through a hard time. This is the ultimate betrayal of the maternal bond, asking a victim to prioritize the feelings of their abuser to keep the family peace. It suggests that the OP's pain is less important than the sister's comfort, a narrative that toxic families use to protect the golden child at all costs. Success for the OP was not found in an apology, which would have been a lie anyway, but in her absolute refusal to be a victim any longer. With her brother as her shield, she cut the cord. She refused a move-in request, blocked the toxic voices of her mother and sister, and reclaimed her belongings and her dignity. She realized that her sister's unhappiness was never a valid reason to set her own life on fire. This story serves as a chilling reminder that your instincts are a survival mechanism, not an inconvenience. If you feel like a stranger in your own relationship, or if the people who are supposed to protect you are whispering in the shadows, believe what you see, not what they tell you. Sometimes walking away from your family is the only way to find your real home.